Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Trending Thursday. My name is Glenn, Senior Stock Market Strategist for VectorVest. And there we go. Roy says, Glenn, can you please take a look at the home builders? I need a ticker symbol. Give me a ticker symbol, Roy. Give me a ticker symbol, Roy. All right. I think it's BLDR. I think that's it. BLDR. Let me write that down. BLDR. I'll take care of it. If you can hear me, by all means, please respond in the affirmative, preferably with VV Nation, and let me know that I am coming across loud and clear. Hello, VV Nation from Yonkers, New York. I used to live in Yonkers, over by Nathan's. There was a complex like right around the corner. I think it was Beaumont Circle. Remember that? I think it was Beaumont Circle. I used to live in Yonkers. Sun is out in Michigan. Well, that doesn't mean it's hot. It's probably cold. Hi, Carol. How you doing? Roger says, hello, VV Nation. John, so people are hearing me. Hello, Glenn. Cleveland here. Goodness. The notification went out? All right, notification went out. I'm just trying to see how many people are here. Some days it happens like right at 2 o'clock. Joey is actually here today riding side saddle. 32 degrees in Boston. Right now it is 52 degrees in Charlotte. 52 degrees in Charlotte. All right, trying to watch the people. There it goes. Got 100 people. Today's going to be fun. Today I think I'm going to try to spend a bit more time on your stocks today. So, and I've already recorded the video for tomorrow, that 6 p.m. video. Make sure you check it out, especially if you're still loving AI. I got a good way to show you to find out which AI stocks you need to be in right now. So I saw we got Juan Soto. He's back. We had him, we lost him, and now he's back. I saw Lee. He's back. All right, so I'm going to try to give away another cup today. So this is what we need. I need 100 likes. If we get 100 likes, I'll give away a mug today. AI Google, yeah. Guess what, Jeff? Google didn't make the list of the stocks to buy right now. So, Jeff, you want to see, there's a couple of new stocks in there that people may not know about that I'm showing are the AI stocks to be in right now. So, just putting out a cup of sugar. I don't want a cup of sugar. Glenn, is there a YouTube tonight? Yes, Ryan will be doing a YouTube tonight. Ryan will be doing a 6 p.m. video tonight. Still strike here and no sugar. You got sugar strike. KRE, go. Akshaya, there you go. Hey, listen, if you're making money, but we still know that the money is not rotating over into the banks. You're in a good pick. Let it go. That's absolutely right. Let it go. If it's making you money, I'm not going to tear it down, not at all. But I do want you to understand money's not moving to the banks. Etan, praying for the guys and the gals and the people in Israel. Ha says AMD. How about AMD didn't make my list for tomorrow's video either? Woo! You guys are going to be like, what? Trying to tell you need to watch tomorrow's 6 p.m. video. All right, a lot of stocks that you think would be the right time to buy those stocks right now, it isn't. And I may be introducing a couple of other stocks in the AI space that you need to take a look at. All right, interesting. No sugar tonight in my coffee. Tell stock. Tell, Tell. I'll take a look at it. All right, so with that being said, looking at the market's still running. Market is still, Google is high today, so says Brenda. I might put that on my list for the stocks to look at. GOOGL. I'll keep my eye on it. All right, but interesting that it didn't make from the AI perspective. And I'll tell you how I got through. I'll walk you through in tomorrow's video how I got to find the stocks lists and how I fished for those stocks. Again, how about Palantir, top stock advice last week? You know, I'm a big fan of Palantir. I own it, and I did by way of the MPI when it gave me a signal on RT. I took half off the table. I still own Palantir. How do we pick the hot picks early on so we can make easy money? Watch tomorrow's video. All right, or better yet, I may have a couple of stocks. Cherry picking Glenn, new early place. I may have a couple of stocks for you. I look for things like the 3 and the 8 just crossing. You know, from that perspective, since I like the way the 3 and the 8 works, I look for stocks within the VectorVest system where the 3 and the 8 just crossed, within the last couple of days. That's a good way to find early moves on the stock. All right, how about CVS? Hi, David. CVS. Now, CVS, I do like. I did that in a video. I think it was Monday. Was it Monday's video? I think it was Monday's video. CVS was on my list of stocks. So if you haven't, a lot of the stocks that you ask me about, some of them we talk about within our videos or live streams. Hopefully you guys pay attention to more than just one live stream. We're live 4 times a week. We're live 4 times, and then we do a video, a 6 p.m. video every single night. Airlines and cruises. I know that. I think that I saw that Hilton, the head of Hilton, was on CBS this morning talking about why the travel industry is moving. I think it's still stemming from the idea of people were under COVID lockup, and people are still trying to get out. The problem is with the rising inflation, trying to go to Disney is going to kick you in the butt. Try to fly on an airplane, airline prices are up. So I understand that airlines and cruises, you try to pay for a cruise, the cruises are up because all of this is because of inflation. The problem is it's going to wrap up into one of my bubbles for next year, which is going to be credit cards. People are putting on credit card, put a lot of money on credit cards. All right, Akshaya says on CNBC. No, the Hilton guy was on CBS this morning before I left to go to work. Now, maybe he made the rounds. It was on CNBC as well, but he was on CBS this morning before I went to go to work. All right, I've learned so much from VV Nation, says Nat. Thank you for that. Bobby says, hello, friend and counselor. I'm not a counselor. I'm just a guy. You talking about Walgreens? There was some news, WBA. There was some news on Walgreens. It was either today, WBA. I think it was a news either yesterday or today. So I don't remember what the news was all about, but they did make the news. All right, I got LNG as well. So with all of that being said, my AZO is not doing so well. I'm a big fan of AZO is in my list today of stocks, and I'll tell you why. CVS is not in my list of stocks today, nor is LNG, but AZO, I'm still a fan, and I'll tell you why. It's down today, but I got news on it. All right, so looking at what's going on in the market, 3 green lights today after a day where the market was down. We still finished with 3 yellow lights yesterday, still more yellow than anything. So I'm still going to say you should be a little bit more cautious than not. Don't be afraid to take profits on some of the stocks that you've owned, all right? Especially if you're looking at KRE Akshaya, don't be afraid to take some of that off the table. Too late for LNG. I called at 2.65. TEL is next. TEL is on my list already, John. TEL is on my list already. All right, with that being said, let's get into the news. Let me change over to the news. And the big news for tomorrow is jobless claims, right? Jobless claims come in tomorrow. So jobs are definitely going to be in full. Here's what I found. Shut up, Siri. Oh, my gosh. Sigh. I hate when Siri does that. When I'm not even talking to her, she's like, this one. Siri, hush. Okay, I should keep it quiet. I have noticed many of my low price, high value stocks have been late bloomers. So you know why? And the thing is, I've been looking at, when you look at the market moves to the upside, growth stocks normally move when the market moves up. I've had a hard time finding upward moving growth stocks. Value stocks are good long-term plays that you're holding for the long term. The market's back and forth, even though it's got more of a bullish bias. I think the anticipation of a big market, I don't want to say the word crash, but we are going to have a correction going into early 2024. Does anybody agree with that? We're going to have a nice size correction going into 2024. Yes or no? Do you believe that? I think that next year, do I think oil is bottom? I'll talk about that in a second. Jeff says no. I think that we do. I think that with everything that is there going on in the market, Jeff, There's too many negative factors working against the market for us not to have a pullback. You said, no, maybe a pullback, not a crash. Yeah, I didn't want to use the word crash. I should have better used the word correction. I should have used the word better correction more so than crash. I do think we get a pullback correction early next year, going after the election, going into early next year. I think that we don't start cutting interest rates until into the summer of next year. The problem is we're going to spur up an economy where we haven't, even if we hit the target, the inflation target of 2%, inflation is going to come back hard and heavy because we're going to put a lot of money back into the economy. So there we go. We will be neutral in 2024. See, the cool thing is that I ask you guys for your opinions. Guess what? None of us know. None of us know. All I'm telling you is that there's things that are still coming down the pike that we got to pay attention to. All right? We must see how crypto plays out. No, crypto is not that big of a deal when it comes down to the economy. Crypto is not that big of a deal. And John, I'm going to be the first one to say it. Crypto ain't that big. Crypto is not going to weigh that big on the economy. All right? So that's my 2 cents on that. I think that it's on the rise now. I think that there's going to be a spot ETF on crypto. I don't think it's enough to be a mover of the economy. All right? I don't think so. All right, real quick before we move on to the next story. I see we got about 169, 170 people here. Let's see if we can get double that. Let's get us about 300 people in the room. But I need you guys to share the link. Joey's going to put the link in the chat. So share the link. Share the link. Let's get double the people. There's always a correction. I agree with that, Akshaya, but the timing of the correction is what we're trying to find. All right, the timing of the correction is what we're trying to find. We have a recession to get through. I think that we are in a recession, but the job market tells me no, Lee. The job market tells me no. All right, that is not, the GDP went down for 2 quarters. All right, but the job market is still strong enough to stop saying that we have a recession. Honestly, I think we're in a recession. All right, honestly, I think that we're in a recession. That's, again, that's my insight. And how do I get all of this insight is because I do a lot of research, especially for these live streams and for the videos we do. I do a lot of research. I look at a lot of stuff. All right. And Rajiv, I've got you. GDP was not negative for 2 quarters. That's a recession. Jeff, it was. Oh, no. When was it? I don't know if it was this year or last year. Does everybody agree that we had 2 negative quarters of GDP? Yes or no? We had. And Jeff, you know why I know we did? You know why I know we did? Is because then the government redefined a recession. No, Jeff, no. We had 2 quarters of negative GDP. We did. And the government came out and tried to rename it and oh, no, Jeff, we did. You can't tell me, no, we didn't. Yes, we did. We had 2 quarters. All right. So we had the 2 quarters. And so I still think that the recession is there. That was whatever, Akshaya. That wasn't. So what did I just say in regards to the recession statement? The recession statement I made was the only thing that was keeping us from saying that it was not a full-blown recession was the jobs. The job number, that was the issue. And I did state that up front. I stated that up front that it was that, the only thing keeping people from stating that it was a recession was the jobs number. All right. So with all that being said, next year we're going to find out that the emperor is not really wearing any clothes. Ooh, I don't want to get down to that. All right. So with that being said, first story, futures mix. That was this from this morning. Jobless claims ahead of employment report looms large. That's going to be a big decision on how the market's going to end off the week. This was something else. Somebody asked me about GameStop yesterday. And what did I say? I was staying away from it. I told you I was staying away from it. GameStop misses revenue projections. Stock is up today, though. Stock was up last time I saw about 2.5%. I don't think that, I understand what the retail investor is trying to do. I think that they're not going to be able to do what they think they can do when it comes down to GameStop. Plain and simple. You ain't got the pockets. You ain't got the pockets. All right, so you got your diamond hands and all that kind of stuff and blah, blah, blah. I'm not a fan of GameStop. It is a meme stock. I'm not a fan of a lot of the meme stocks. So I didn't think they were going to make it. I said the possibility. How about that? I said it was a possibility they were going to miss. Chinese exports increase in November. That's a positive sign. Globally, if the Chinese start sending more stuff out, well, they're trying to get more money to come in. And crude inches up. Question came up is, has crude bottom? Let's go take a look at that real quick. So from this story, oh no, I don't want to do that yet because my next story is up here. Not what I wanted. My next story is about oil. Oil falls 4% as building gasoline stocks fuel demand concerns. Stock fuel demand concerns. The thing about oil, and I'm hoping that at this particular point in price, or this price point, that the government is really taking an active role in replacing the oil reserve. So let me go answer your question. Huh? Change my scene. Oh, yeah. Let me go answer your question in regards to oil. Here's USO, up 53 cents today. Remember, that's an ETF oil fund. It's a sell recommendation. Let's right-click. Let's view the stock graph. All right. Let's go view the stock graph. Has oil bottomed? That's looking at my graph of the trade. Let's go change my graph layout to swing. I'm looking at the 20-day. Woo. Anybody know what this candlestick pattern is forming today? Type it in the room. Anybody know what the candlestick pattern forming today is? Anybody? It's below my trend. This is my swing trade graph. Anybody know this candlestick pattern? Type it in the room. Where's my cup? Where's my coffee? Someone said it's a harami. It is. That's one. What else is it? And it's a hammer. Jazz is right. It's a hammer. So it could be one of two different things. Could be a bullish sign. So Akshaya, could it have bottomed? Maybe. That's if this level of support holds. Level of support sitting on USO 64.43. If that holds, could have bottomed. All right, USO is right at channel line front. Let's go make this a bigger graph. 6 month. Oh, look at that. Let's put it on a 1 year. It's got more downside, and actually if it breaks through this level of support, it's got another level of support sitting about $60.09. All right, it's got another level of support, beautiful level of support right here sitting at 60. Could it possibly have bottom? I'm looking at a candlestick pattern that could tell me it has. All right, I'm looking at a candlestick pattern that tells me it has. But I've got a level of support to help to look at that. All right, oil dropping good for inflation, which is good for inflation because oil is hugely inflationary. Could be a shoulder inverted. Oh, man, I can't see an inverted head and shoulders. I'm not going to look either. I can't see that. I can't see an inverted head and shoulders. I can't. Sorry about that. Palantir calamity. Glenn, it's seasonal. In 2022, it bottomed at 12.15. That doesn't, I can't say it doesn't make sense because in December, cold, oil, fuel, heat, could be seasonal. We'll see. The last time it bottomed out about a year ago. Put this on a year. Did it do that about a year ago? Hell, that was March of 2023. January. Yeah, back here a year ago. nicely bottom right about 12.9. What did you say around 12.15? I got it at 12.9. I got it at 12.9, bottomed out right there. All right. So no, 12.9 was an actual bottom. I can look back and see a bottom in the price right there, 12.9. All right. And then even after that, it went a little channel. So yeah, it may be seasonal, but look at that little channel. It was a longer time channel before it broke out. All right, little channel going on. Battery will phase out hydrogen water power car. John, I don't know. I think there's a lot of work still being done with solid state batteries and hydrogen. Still a lot more work needs to be done with the both of them. Net speculative oil positioning is near COVID lows. Ooh, 5 years? Ain't nothing there. There's COVID lows. We are far from COVID lows. We are COVID low here back in 2020. The closing price was at $18.08. We are far from COVID lows, Dan. Far. Annual oil production are increasing through 2028. How are they increasing? I don't know. How's the production increasing? I'm not sure. All right. With that being said, I wanted to answer the question about is oil bottoming. Put this back on a 6-month graph. And we'll see. I think I'm going to look at this level of support about 64.41. Glenn, I compliment you on the way you talk to so many of us. Listen, this my channel. It's not my channel, but this channel is all about you. All right. And if I just sat here and talked the whole session, why the heck would you come? I try to make this as interactive because you guys play a huge role. We're here for you. All right. So I try very hard to answer as many questions as I possibly can. I try. All right. I try. Ultra Magnus says, I hope so. I'm down big. Some of my oil stocks. Listen, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to look at this a different way. This is talking about a little bit more about tomorrow's video. Ultra Magnus. Oil as a whole. All right, Ultra Magnus, I want you to pay attention right here. All right? And I want you to take notes. This has become, the NPI has definitely become my go-to, even more so than the 3 and the 8. All right? So I'm looking at oil as a whole, right? Early exit, 10/4 of 2023 after this big move to the downside. Was that a good call? Short term or for the more aggressive person? Looking at it now, heck yeah. All right. Heck yeah. All right. Let's say you were still using the trend and finally you got out here. Was that a good time to get out? Better than it is right now. But a lot money lost off the table. Ultra Magnus, do you see that? Yes or no? Ultra Magnus, do you see that? Yes or no? The reason why I'm pulling this up, not to berate you, Ultra Magnus, but for the purposes of looking at an industry, looking at an ETF in an industry to get a better gauge as to what to do. I'm going to put on something else. We know that AI is big, right? Let's go to AIQ, Global XAI. Would I still be in AI stocks right now? Right now, how about I got an entry here on 11.3. Trend is still in place right here. What's going on with those stocks? Leveling out. Do I have an exit yet? No. But if I'm looking at the whole industry, there's a level of a gap on AIQ. I'd use that as a way for all my AI stocks to give me a gauge as to what to do with those. Does this make sense to everybody? Yes or no? Does this make sense to everybody? Yes or no? All right. I'm going to do it again. Talk about gold stocks. I'm going to put on GLD. I want to see responses. I want to see responses, and I want as many of you who are willing to respond to respond. All right? Let's go look at gold. All right? I told you that I was getting close to being bullish on gold. How about I got an early entry as far as momentum right here on 1011. Run, run, run. We got an entry for trend here on 1019. 8 days later. All right? 8 days later. All right, a little bit of a move here. How many of you would have panicked right here? Just type yes or no. How many of you would have panicked right here? Type a yes or no. And this is the reason why I like this setup. All right, this is the reason why I like this setup. Look at the pullback. Did I get a call to get out? No. No. What did the stock do? Oh, look at that. We went up some more. All right. Not knee-jerk reactionary. I love putting moving averages on top of moving averages. It slows things so much better. All right. It moved. How about right here? Nice move back up. We responded back from this pullback. There was my signal to get out. My quick signal. But if I'm looking longer term and I've got trend, am I still in gold? Yep. I got a little pullback, but the early signal got me out. Trend still has me in. Trend still has me in. Somebody wanted me to look at the builders. BLDR. Let's go do that. Is that an ETF? Builders. I'll use it. Early entry. Right here, 10-3. More aggressive, you're going to take on more risk. When the trend hit, 11-20. Woo! Still running. I'm loving this. You want me to do AZO? It's on my list. Let's go do it. There's AZO. Folks, when we talk about this is why you got to watch tomorrow's video. When you talk about a near perfect freaking indicator, I challenge you to try to find me something else that's out there that can do this the way that we do. So AZO, early entry, RT, 1117. How about we got trend on 1117 as well? Now, let me back up a little bit. This is not pretty. This is not pretty, right? Trend is still there. When did I get a call to get out? Quick, right about here on 12-1. But if I'm looking for trend overall, I'm still in AZO, and I may not like this. How about I've got my stops in place? And because I still have trend, if it hits my stops, I take half off the table because trend is still there. Because trend is still there. I love that it's not in and out. It makes you stay focused. And I love this. Glenn, do you ever day trade with the MPI? Paul, not yet. I haven't yet. Something I would think about doing, I need to test it out. All right? I need to test it out. All right, I got a lot of comments today, but I think that as I look at the graphs, the way that I'm going to be looking at graphs more and looking at tomorrow's video puts a lot of this into perspective. I love the idea that I don't think there's anybody else out there that can give you a near perfect indication. That's huge. Not calling it a holy grail, but it's near perfect. All right. Colin says, love the passion, Glenn. You know something? I bleed VectorVest blue, and I love doing what I do for you guys. And until that changes, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this until Joey's kids go to college. I'm going to help Joey put his kids through college off of my passion. There we go. Joey's going to say, so, Uncle Glenn, I need some money for the kids to go to school. I'm going to say, Joey, but your kids are great. They can do it. And Joey's going to sit back and go, oh, okay. And that's what he's going to say. All right. Glenn, this is so good. I've been concerned that these sessions have been short-term focus while I'm more long-term investor. Love this. I love that you guys, hey, if you haven't already, hit the like button. All right? Tabula says, near perfect sounds conceited. How about, I don't want it to sound conceited. I want you to know that we are convinced. I like the other C word better. I think that we're convinced that this does a really good job for you. Can you help me pay my bills and get out of debt too? Nope. I'm not a financial guy. I'm not a financial planner guy. I can't do that. You think Glenn needs more Cafe Bustelo? No. How about 24 times 8? What's 24 times 8? I'm going to tell you all something. You talk about Cafe Bustelo, and Mark is not even here today. 24 times 8. How about Mark Norton? Just sent me 190. Go ahead. Give me one of those. Just sent me 196. Sent me 196. Was it 192? Was that the number?
I thought it was.
Whatever it was, of Cafe Bustelo. He takes 100. It's 192. That's what Mark Norton did, and that's the second time he sent me that. So I'm saying it out to everybody on YouTube. Mark, thank you, my friend. That's all I got to say. I'm saying that to everybody on YouTube. 24 times 8. I just typed, not divide it, times 8. 192. All right, so he makes sure that I stay good up on Cafe Bustelo. All right, so we went through a few stocks. We went off the beaten path a little bit today, and I'm okay with that. Amir says, "Where do I send you a gift?" No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Glenn, you still in your Mag 7 trades, I assume? I'm going to show you something. We're not going to get through everything I want to get through today, and I'm okay with that. I want you to know that. I love that we tailored today's session around a technique and looking at specific stocks from that technique. All right, Mark. Oh, give me the thing back again. Give me the. All right. So Mark says, I just tuned in. What are you saying? I wanted to say thank you for sending 192 Cafe Bustelo pods. I wanted VV Nation to know that. Thank you very much for that. All right. So Amir, go look at our website. I'll do it this way. Go look at our website. You'll see the address for the North Carolina office. And if you ever decide you want to, I hate that, but you could just put my name on it. That's it. That's it in a nutshell. All right, that's it in a nutshell. I just had 3 cups now. I got to go make another call. I love my Cafe Bustelo. All right, we're starting to lose people. Everybody don't want to hear me just keep on talking. All right, so, huh? Wow, Joey, do I sound like I'm begging? Wow, Joey wow. Hold on. Did I want an honest opinion. Did it sound like I was begging? Just type a yes or no in the room. I can't believe you said that.
I was saying that to you. I didn't say that.
No, and then you want to type in yes. Wow, then you.
I didn't type that.
That is you. That is you.
That wasn't me.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Holy smoke.
Let's go.
Yeah, all right. Somebody said no, let's go. Linda, what did Linda? Linda said now let's go. Wow. Okay, Linda. All right, so here's the stocks, other stocks. Yeah, we're at 2:30. Here's all my other stocks that made the news today. Here's all my other stocks that made the news. We're not going to even look at their stories. All right. But I put, for the purposes of saying I want to give you fish, here's some fish for you. Some of these are nicely up today. SLD, I gotta do some of the stories. SLDB, why was SLDB up? There it is. Receives the FDA Fast Track designation for Duchenne gene therapy candidate. Did I say that right? Is that Duchenne? Duchenne gene therapy, and a big move. FDA At the time of this, it was up about 6% pre-market. The stock has gone up a lot. All right, that's one of the stocks that made the news. What else is up? VRNT. Let's go see. Where's that at? There it is. The shares move up after Jeffrey's upgrade. This was an upgrade for VTGM. We'll see if it's worth it. And what else is up big today? iPoint. Where's my iPoint story? iPoint Pharmaceuticals. Oh, they're buying back. They're buying back 11.8 million shares to fund macular degeneration study. All right, so those are my fish that I'm giving you today that are nicely up today. Let's go through the same process we just went through. Let's graph them all. All right, so these are news-driven, right? These are news-driven. Wow. Woo. SLDB, I got me trend. I got me a little bit of trend right there. Came in at 12.5. We got way early entry. Look at that. Again, very aggressive move early. It's going to assume more risk. But man, early entry, nice move up. A closing price was $214. Back when we got the early entry, it more than doubled. It would have been $428. It more than doubled. I love this. I love this. It's not a buy. Oh, it's an offering. My fault. It's my fault. iPoint is not a buyback. And it did say in the story that it was an offering. My point. That was my fault. All right. Where can we find MPI videos? Oh, man. Joey, if Joey can find a couple. I did one called.
Go to the channel. They're full of them.
I did a special presentation on timing MPI for early entries and exits. There's a couple of them on the channel. John, thank you for confirming the pronunciation. So, Richard, and when I tell you guys over and over, please look at the channel, look at the content on the channel. We put so much stuff out there. Stan has a bunch of MPI videos as well. That's right. This is where it all stemmed from with Stan Heller in Canada. But the more,
I just searched.
There it is.
VectorVest NPI.
Oh, there's all look at that. Who was that from? That was from Richard. There it is. VectorVest MPI.
Searched it right in YouTube.
Right in YouTube. Man, look at that. So we've been putting this stuff out. The more I talk about it, the more I really love to use it. Now, what fundamentals would you recommend to pair with the NPI? Ooh, Michael, I'm not using any fundamentals in this. This whole technique is technical. But I got something for you, and I'll show you that in a second. Remind me, the MPI and fundamentals. All right, VRNT, another news-making story. How about trend is not there yet, but moving on the news? If you decide to take this before trend hits, there's my stop for you. Right here at about $27.08. It's a good $2 move if you got into it. I'd like to see you get into it 12 cents higher than the high. Early entry way back here. Early entry way back here, and the stock still went up. Look at that. I love this technique. I like the 3.8 for an exit. So you know what I can do? Now, I don't want to throw it onto the graph. I could use the 3.8. I'm going to show you something else. All right? No, I'm not going to show you something else from a 3.8 perspective. I like setting up a stop on the stock automatically or letting the RT get me out at the right time. Next one, iPoint. Man, look at that. You know what I like about iPoint? Look at that gap. Tested it and now moving up. A lot of give back today, but trend is in place. Look at that. I got trend, and there's my early entry right about here. I love this technique, folks. How about Vitagen, another pharmaceutical early entry here? Again, riskier. You're going to take on more risk. You're all going to take on more risk. But look at that. I don't have trend yet. Where would I set the stop? Right at that, actually, right there. See that gap up? Gap up from here? I'd set a stop early at 446. All right, what else is in here? AMD. AMD is on the list. Look at that. Oh, the story is, there was a story about Palantir versus NVIDIA. Could Palantir be more valuable than NVIDIA in 2030? So I got AMD is in here as well. AMD is releasing a new flagship chip. Big move. Big move. That Microsoft and a few other companies are going to come to AMD to buy that flagship chip. Trend is there. Trend has been there since 11.7. Early entry came in about 11.1. See how quickly it's like a week before early entry and trend hit. I love this whole idea. Pair MPI with EPS, sales and net profit margin. You can do that as well. All right. Let's go to the next one. GME. I got an early entry. For those of you who want to play this as a meme stock, there's early entry. I still got no trend. Nice move today. But you know something? I say I wouldn't touch it. From an NPI perspective, if I get trend, and look at over the last 3 months, no trend, no trend, no trend. For those of you looking for GME, it might be giving you an opportunity. I'm just saying that. It might give you an opportunity. All right, so Michael, did I answer your question about the fundamentals? I told you I was going to look at something, right? Hold on, let me get through these stocks. NVIDIA made the list because it was comparing Palantir to NVIDIA. NVIDIA's fallen off hard. Now, trend is still there. I'm not out yet, but you know what I would have done? Always good to say what I would have done. What's that candlestick pattern right there? Anybody? Type it in the room. What's this candlestick pattern right here? Anybody? Anybody? Type it in the room. What is this candlestick pattern? Anybody? And that'll tell you something. All right. I know it probably got a delay, but that's, nope. It's not really a doji. Nope. That is a bearish harami. That is a bearish harami. And what did we get the next day, William? Tomorrow, when did we get the next day? Follow through. You know what that would have done for me? I would have taken half off the table. Does that make sense to everybody in the room? Looking at this, knowing that we got an early entry here, we got trend here, does that make sense to take half off the table right there? Yes or no? Does that make sense to take half off the table right there on that confirmation candle? Yes or no? And with that being said, I wouldn't have to ride this all the way down. That's a beautiful setup right there, folks. Bearish harami, follow through. Take half off the table. Done. What does that do? I'm locking in a lot of profit. Locking in a lot of, especially if I got in back here or got in right here. I just locked in a lot of profit right there. All right. So it made the list. Would I take, this was a story. Would I take this now? No, I wouldn't take this now. If you do want to know what AI stocks that you should be looking at, watch tomorrow's video. Watch tomorrow's video. All right. What else I got? Palantir. This was the story of Palantir getting worth more than NVIDIA. As much as I love the stock, look at the pullback. All right, let's talk about this. Candlestick pattern. One white shoulder, one black crow. One black crow, yes. One white shoulder, yeah. Is that one black crow? Yes. Anybody? Yes. Right there, one black crow. And if that's a one black crow, what's this? Follow through. Bingo. Aha! That's where I would have gotten out of this stock. Make sense? One black crow, follow through, half off the table. And look at that now. Now it's passing through the level of the gap, which was my level of support. One black crow, follow through, take that off the two drunk sailors. Really? Really, Mark? No, it's one black crow. I love being able to teach you how to look at candlestick patterns to help you as well. USO, oil's getting killed. So yeah, it rebounded today. Am I thinking about getting back into oil? Nope. Has oil bottomed? Don't know. I got a level of support. If it breaks through that, I think it's still got some more downside. Next one, AutoZone. I like AutoZone. I got trend. I got pullback. But I got re-entry. Pulled back. And now I'm going to look at this another way, setting up a stop. I got a downtrend. If it breaks back down below into this downtrend, I'm out of the trade. All right, Mark says he's making his own candlestick name. What's this? Two drunk shoulders. What are you going to do? We're going to make the stock go down. That's two drunk shoulders. All right. So I'm going to see. I got a Unisearch. What did I do? Didn't I do an NPI near perfect search, near perfect buy? How about near perfect buy rated stocks? Less than 10. Near perfect buy rated stocks, less than 10. Woo-wee! Tell me if you love Uncle Glenn or not. Yes or no? Tell me if you love Uncle Glenn or not. Yes or no? How about near perfect indicator? Hold on. New buy. Nope. Never mind. You don't love Uncle Glenn yet. I thought that was a near perfect. How about, I'm going to make you one. I'm going to make it on the fly. It's 246. I'm going to make it on the fly. Near perfect indicator. Let's go 3 days. And let's go, even though it's near, let's go capital appreciation, relative value. I don't know if this is going to work. Greater than 1. All right. I don't want relative safety to be greater than 1. I want positive earnings, though. Stocks earnings per share greater than 0. So these companies make positive earnings, but they have good upside. Let's go see if I can find anything. Ooh, fundamentals behind. Ooh, now, who loves Uncle Glenn? All right, now who loves Uncle Glenn? Now, that's just the straight search. All right, all of these have the 40-day moving average over the last 3 days. That we got a push up on the moving averages on price and on RT. This is just a straight search. For those people who may not have a lot of money in the market, let's go price actual less than $20. Ooh, let's go see if we can find any of those. So these stocks have met the MPI. They have relative value above 1, earnings per share positive, and now less than $10. Ooh-wee. Amir, I got you in a second. How about that? And I just made that on the fly. Let's go look at these real quick. View the stock graph. Put these. So all of these are below $20, where the moving averages have crossed. ACLS has been terrible of late. Is that in here? Oof. What I don't like about it is some volatility in here. I would cherry pick. It met the criteria though. The 5 is is above the 40. Early entry as a trough too. This could be the beginning of a good uptrend getting in early. We'll see. Wisdom tree. Freehand line. I wouldn't buy it yet. Array is moving up. I got no trend, but I got early entry. ADTN. Faded the gap. Early entry. A little bit of sideways or stagnant move. No, I'm not liking that. I know we got early entry. Stock's price still going down. Whoo. Fading the gap. Look at that move. Early entry. Cheap stocks. How about that? All right. So I'm just putting that up there. Possibility. Take a picture of that if you want it. Your recommendation from BTIF last week video, awesome. It's earning huge for me. Love you. Thank you, Bashir. I appreciate it. All right. I want to save this. I like the question about the fundamentals behind the NPI. I'm I'm going to save this. Put this in save as. I'm going to put this back into the YouTube channel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. MPI crossing 3 days. Fundamentals. I'm going to put fund. Put this into YouTube. Whenever you want to take a look at this, remind me. I built it on the fly. I like the idea. I never thought about putting the idea of putting fundamentals behind the MPI. Remember, the MPI is all about technicals. Now throwing some fundamental analysis behind that. I like that. GDDY. All right. AI. You want to look at AI too? All right. That's all the stocks. I got enough stocks. Don't give me stocks. All right. Let's go to viewers. A lot of the other stuff we're going to talk about, I ain't got to talk about it today. I like today's session. Hey, if you liked the path that we took today, type a 1. It wasn't my path, but we tailored it around you. Oh, Mag 7. Yes. I'm going to look at that too. Let's empty this watch list real quick. TGLS, I got you. I told you no more stocks. Did you not listen to me, Bashir? All right, let's go look at these portfolios real quick. You wanted to look at Mag 7? Let's go look at Mag 7. Up a little bit. Nice move today. I did the Mag 7 as of the date that I did the special presentation, which was 11/14. All right. There is my Magnificent 7. No. I don't remember. It was 11, or was that the day we had the green light buyer? That might have been the day we got the green light buyer. I like the most recent move on it. This portfolio was up as high as 1.5%. It was up as high as 1.5%. All right. Mag 7 plus 2, that was earlier. That was the original video that I put out with all the Magnificent 7, but it gave you plus 2, which was ETFs, which was AIQ and FANGU. All right, that was done on 11/7. That's up 5.38%. And then I did one on ETFs. Not doing nearly as well, but starting to rise again. These are all the single stock ETFs if you didn't want to play them straight up. So I've been tracking them. All right. Let's go back to the viewers. I know the stocks that I'm using today, so don't type them in. Builder we looked at, so I'm not going to look at it. We looked at it on the NPI graph. KRE. See you real soon. KEY. Why? Because we like you. MOUSE. Rajiv, I told you I had you, right? Trust me when I tell you I told y'all not to put stocks in there. CVS, all right. I'm not going to look at them. WBA, LNG, PLL, Shopify, Coin, Decker, Coin, go back to Coin, Deck, GDDY, AI, TGLS. You guys are still putting stocks in there. I told you. Try MPAI enhance. I can do that. Let's go to Unisearch. We'll do that real quick, Sue. MPI enhanced. What makes it enhance? We're looking at average volume. We're looking at CI. Still a technical indicator, Sue. We're looking at CI at 1.25. Actual price. Yeah, that's the big thing is looking at stocks that go up more than they go down. Let's graph those all real quick. Put them on a 3-month graph. So we take into effect that the stock got a crossover, but I don't know. CI, I'm not feeling that. Capital appreciation, CI. It's at 1.37. All right. That's moving. All right. I'd like to see you get above that level. But yes, the enhanced, look at that. VRT was on my list today as well, too, right? AIT, Ollie's pulling down, though. moving sideways. That's a nice move up. Spectrum Bands SPB, I like that. I do like that. No trend yet, but I love the move up. I love the early entry on the move up. So, no, I'm not taking that. Falling down. Core, I might look at. I like that. Bottom left, top right. I wouldn't buy it over the last couple of days. Those stocks prices moving down. No, unless you can deal with volatility. No, I like Derm. I do like Derm. I do like. Oh, that was the last one. All right, so there you go, Sue. There you go. All right, let's go to your stocks. Let's go look at them. Graph them all. Put them on 3-month. I'm going to assume that these are stocks that you got. Decker, you got to love that. Holy smokes, you got to love that. Deckers look good. MPI, do not forget support lines. You know, add parameter. I'm not, something, support resistance. I got to change that though. Change the settings. 100 bars. All right. I could use support and resistance. The problem is, do you want to give it all the way down to this? I don't. I like looking at a graph. I can look and see where it leveled out for a level of support or resistance. For Decker, I got a good level of support at 637. All right, I got a good support level, or I could use this right here. I got a good support level of 660. Everything else about it looks good. Everything else looks good without coming to your broadcast. Bobby says it's impossible to learn VectorVest 7. No, I'm not the only one that talks about VectorVest 7. Oh, man. I'm going to add one more stock. I don't like you, Cigar. X-Roth. I so don't like you, Cigar. All right. I mean that in a good way, though. I mean that in a good way. All right, graph all. 3-month graph. Love Decker. TGLS. It might have taken some time. I like that. I like that. Took out this prior high. Took out that swing high. I like that. Yeah, and I got trend now. TGLS was a stock high on my radar. It could be setting up again. I like that. All right. GoDaddy. I can't say no to that. I can't say no to that. Where would I set up a level? I got support and resistance. See, that's why I'm not a big fan of support and resistance right now on this graph. That's a lot to give back. And I moved it from 300 bars to 100 bars. I know how I can fix that. Hold on. Change the settings. Medium. Wow. Weak. Wow. Wide. Average. Thin. Yeah. I'm not using support and resistance. All right. Should we stay in Decker or take some off the table? You know something? You see that level that I just drew for you right there? That's a good level to, or look at a candlestick pattern. Look at a candlestick pattern. Interesting. I got a doji, could be a bearish harami with follow through. I wouldn't have said, I would not have been mad at you. It's a weak candlestick formation, but I don't think I would have been mad at you if you would have taken half off yesterday. But I'm looking at it right now. It's 3 days off the high, getting ready to break through. You know what I would do with Decker? I'd put a trailing 10% stop on it. I'd put a trailing 10% stop. Jason says level of support at that gap on GoDaddy. Here, I wouldn't wait it all the way down to there. Maybe this gap, Jason. Maybe this gap. I'd put it there. That's a gap. No gap, no gap, no gap. Jason, is that what? Because I'm not putting it all the way down here. But I see a gap right here. I would put it up right here at about 97, 97. I like that as a way to get out of it. I do have Possibly a dark cloud cover, but no confirmation. I like the move. Shopify. Interesting. One black crow, no follow through, but I got a level of support right here. I got a level of support right there. I would use that as Shopify. I don't have a candlestick pattern that I want to see. I would use that as my level of getting out on Shopify. Okay. Next one. Man, Google went and found him a support. No trend, no entry. I'd wait. No trend, no entry. I'd wait. Nice up day today. Fine, I love that. But let the technique come to you. Let the technique come to you. Should I buy a call on what? MDB. I'm not going to pull up. I keep pulling up more and more graphs. I'm never going to be done, Amir. Coin. There was the gap. I wouldn't mind taking half off the table today. Let the other half run. I wouldn't mind taking half off the table today. Let the rest run. Love the move on it. Why? Because crypto's on the move. Crypto got you in early. When? Look at this. Aggressively. 10.25. When did trend hit? 11.7. Damn. Just time and time again, it does its job. It does its job. That's why I love it. 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 KRE. There you go, Akshaya. Watch that, though. I got a little bit of a shooting star. No follow through. Nice upward trend. I got a solid level of support right there. It's a solid level of support. Sitting at the value of 45.65. Trend, early entry, it's moving. It's moving. And I can even extend this upward. Look at that. I can't tell you no. Not at all. CVS broke above resistance and a trend line. And I got trend. I'm thinking this is going to be a little parabolic. I'd watch this. This was news driven. I forgot what the news was on it. It's news driven. Watch that. A little bit of spinning top. I'd be careful with CVS. I like the move, but I'd be careful. If it looks too good to be true, it probably is. MDB. Before I leave, I'll look at MDB. Ooh, look at Chenier. Found a level of support, bounced. This is my point. I wouldn't be in it from a short-term perspective. That was a good quick out right there. Sigh. It just happened. Oh, stop. That's not what I wanted. Right here. Wow, it pulled out even as the stock's price went up. That doesn't happen very often. But you know, it was a precursor to this big move to the downside. Interesting, huh? And this is why I say, half off the table. Let the other half run. Other half made you money, but pulled back hard. Hard. Interesting. Precursor. A little bit of a bearish diversion. Precursor to this big move to the downside. Is this kind of predictive? Interesting. Lithium. I did a story on lithium. We got an oversupply of lithium. That's the problem why it's not running. We got a lot of lithium, not enough demand. EVs are not keeping up with the demand for lithium. Thereabouts. I'm not thinking about lithium right now. The MPI says nope. Something happened with Walgreens. It was a story. Early entry here. That was on 11.6. Look at that pullback. Again, early entry, more risk. Early entry on RT, more risk. I still don't have trend yet, but I do like the move up. And it broke through resistance. That may be some more confirmation prior to trend to get you in. It did break through a level of resistance. And if you jumped on board, that would be my line in the sand, right at that now level of support. That would be my line in the sand. All right. Palantir, I told you I took half of my Palantir trade off the table. I took half of my trade off the table. I'm done. Look at that. I took half off. And then I'm looking for trend. Once trend breaks below, I take the other half off. AI, ooh, that got killed like nobody business. Sure did. All right. Early entry, again, early entry, more risk. Early entry, more risk. Look at that pullback after that. Trend here, but the trend is just fading automatically. Ooh-wee. Good googly muggly. Buckle my shoe and call me neat. Bless your heart. All right. So, I don't know if I want AI right now. I know it's a hot space, but this don't seem like the hot stock in the AI space right now. It was at one time. It ain't right now. It ain't right now. They also found a new supply of lithium in California. Didn't they find, Ryan did a story, they found a new lithium plant in someplace else too. They keep finding more lithium and digging it up. We got an oversupply of lithium right now. All right. AI has crap news lately. Linda, watch tomorrow's video. I got some AI stocks for you. All right. I got some AI stocks for you. Tell. Now you're telling me that Tell is a good way to get in. All right. Early entry. Remember, more risk. More risk. I don't have trend yet. And if you do get in, if you are in it, there's my level of support sitting at 48. I like the bounce off that level of support. Came down, never really tested it. Nice up day today. No wick at the top. Trading at session highs. I am getting backed up by the early entry on 12-1. I'm not ready to pull the trigger on it yet. You know what I'm looking for? How about this? So I got the early entry. Let's see if it can get above 66. If it can get above 66, I'll give it a little bit more play. I'll give it a little bit more play. All right, the early entry is there. There's that level of support. I'm willing to give you a second confirmation behind early entry. Let's see if we can get above 66. Definitely once the trend hits, though, I'll be on board, and it's cheap. XROF. You know what XROF is? Yep, that's what XROF is. I still believe in the company. Don't get me wrong. I still own a lot of freaking shares on it. It's in a little bit of a channel. There's a positive sign here. Hasn't broken down through this level of support, which is 98. I'm in at a $1.07. All right, I'm in at a $1.07. So let's go say if Glenn ate his own freaking cooking, when would Glenn have gotten out of this stock? Probably right about here. When was the price? Price was at, what was price on that date? Close price, 150. I could have gotten out there. Both the signal and trend failed there. But no, Glenn's an idiot. Bounced off support. Yay! Bounced off support. Yay! Fell through support. Oh! Found another level of support. Yay! Broke through it. Oh! And now sitting in a channel. Glenn, I think it would be nice if when you cursor over a candlestick, VectorVest tells you the name. Yeah, that's not a bad thing. Get out of pink sheets. No, I'm not getting out of pink sheets. I like this stock. I should have played it smarter though. Did I tell you I was up 95% on this stock? Did your Uncle Glenn tell you that? Did your Uncle Glenn tell you that he was up 95% on this stock? And as much as I teach you, yeah, so it is. Yep, thank you. Fitz says piggy. Abso-freaking-lutely. Absolutely. I was a pig, and pigs get slaughtered. All right, Joey, give me a keyword before we go. Can we do that? We got 100 likes. I'm going to give away a mug today. Never get married to a stock. I know, Lee. I know. That was greediosity. Absolutely. So as much as I stand here and I tell you about stuff, that's real life right there. That's real life right there on XROF. Can't win without losing.
Time, one word.
Say again?
Tea time, one word.
Tea time, one word. Tea time, one word to win a mug. Tea time, one word. Keyword is Golden Corral. No, it's not. Don't say that, John, because people don't nobody type in that. It's tea time, one word. If anybody besides John types in Golden Corral, I am canceling this. All right, while this is going on, I will look at MDB. While this is going on, you're not on it. While this is going on, we will look at MDB. I'll do it real quick. T-E-E-T-I, like a golf tee time. Like a golf tee time. Because the algorithm won't read you if you're not typing in it the right way. T-E-E time. There you go. All right. MDB. Let's go look at it. Yeah. 6-month graph, 3-month graph. Jingle all the way. Early entry here. Back on 11.6. Trend. 11.13. Nicely ran up. Bullish Harami, no follow through. Bullish engulfing, no follow through. I got no candlestick pattern to get you out. I think once it fell through this level of support, that was a good opportunity to get out if you were in it. And still below it right now, challenging another level of support. All right, if you're still in it, if it goes below 384.48, that's probably a good time to get out of the trade. All right, trend is there. The timing signal is, the RT signal is there. Stock's price is falling. God bless you, big time, really big time. I love you very much. Thank you, Amir. All right, Glenn said, don't even start AK. Fitz won the mug. Fitz won the mug. All right, Fitz, I know what to say. I know where to say. All right, you got to send an email to connect@VectorVest.com. Connect@VectorVest.com. Fitz won the mug. All right, I got to go. Thank you, guys. Today was different than I wanted it to be, but it was still all centered around you. It was all centered around you. And I will always, you bought more Doge? All right, AK. Should I stay? Thank you. On MDB, were you not listening? Did I not just give you a level to get out? I gave you 2 levels to get out. You should have gotten out at that first level of support at 395.56. I gave you another level. If it goes below 384.48, that's when you want to get out. Didn't? Amir, were you not listening? How about 384? Amir, if you don't listen, I'm not going to answer your questions. You got to listen. All right, I got to go. After this is up, share this with people. Let them know what we do here in our live streams. This mug cannot even win a mug. Wow, Neil. Okay. It's Harami or it's Harami. Harami. All right. Folks, have a great day. Adios, arrivederci, ciao, au revoir, sayonara, aloha to all my peeps in Hawaii. Eton, praying for you guys over in Israel. Okay? Bom dia. Salam, shalom, namaste, yasu. Train. See ya!